Ladies and gentlemen, today I got a very funny gimmick match to show you guys, but one that is also a little bit educational. Have you guys ever wondered how a Grandmaster level Advanced Wars player deals with mech spam? We've all dealt with mech spam at some point in an Advanced Wars game. You have the cartridge, you're playing against some stupid friend of yours who only plays Sami, and boom, he just spams mechs against you until you lose. I mean, we've all had that experience. When I was playing Advanced Wars with my friends, we made like a rule: no Sami, or if you're playing Sami, you're only allowed to build like 5 mechs, because we thought mech spam were so overpowered. Well, it turns out, on a higher level of Advanced Wars, mech spam is almost never done. But why not? I mean, it's pretty good, right? Especially if you're allowed to play with Sami. So, we have this match set up right here to show you guys what happens if you try to spam mechs against a very strong player. Even if you are a very strong player. In fact, we have stacked this matchup in Sami's favor. So today, the matchup that we're looking at is Sami versus Adder, which of course is a very big power imbalance. If we take a look at the tier list of Advanced Wars by Web, we see that Sami is considered a tier 2 CO. She's actually considered tier 1 on Caustic Finale, which is the map we're playing on today. It's a mixed base map. And Adder is tier 4. That's a 3-tier power imbalance. That's pretty huge. So Sami obviously should have the advantage on a map like this. But we have some special rules for this matchup. The Sami player is not allowed to build tanks. No tanks. Can build anything else though. Recons, artillery. But mostly though, the Sami player will be forced to rely on mechs for damage output, whereas the Adder player can build pretty much anything he wants. Now these two players are very strong. The Last and Kill Me First. Kill Me First is the Sami player, and he is a 1500 rated MMR player, very strong. The Last is a 1300 MMR player, so the Sami player is actually the stronger of the two ratings-wise. Although I have heard from many players that the Last is a lot stronger than its rating implies. So we'll see. But yeah, as I said, Sami versus Adder on Caustic Finale, but Sami cannot build tanks. Now before you watch this replay, who do you think is going to win? Do you think the Sami player will mech spam his way to victory, or do you think the Adder player will have the advantage? If you look at the map, you can see that this is a Sami map. Like, Sami is usually banned on Caustic Finale because she is just considered so damn strong. But how strong is she without tanks? That is what we're going to be figuring out in today's video, ladies and gentlemen. So, without further ado, I say we just jump into it. So, of course, Caustic Finale, man. It is just one of the best maps of all time. I think it's probably like the most featured map on this channel. I think I've casted like at least 5 or 6 replays of this map. It is just, it's such a fun map, man. It is, again, I think it is the best map ever made. Really amazing mixed base map. So much action going on. It's pretty small, so action happens pretty quickly. So many avenues of attack. You have bases that are really close to each other right here. And one thing that you can absolutely bet on is that Victory March will be absolutely insane on this particular map right here. So yeah, on the first few days here, both players are just going to be building infantry. The capture chains on Caustic Finale are pretty much discovered, although you see right here that Kill Me First is actually foregoing the city in order to get this city down here, which is not too uncommon on Caustic Finale, because there are there's some cities that you really want to take later on. Of course, Sami does have that insane capture advantage, meaning that it's almost impossible to interrupt her captures. So we'll see how Adder deals with this. So already we can see that Kill Me First has built his first mech. Again, mechs, very slow. Very slow. Only 2 move. They move to roll terrain equally, which is nice. But we can see that the Last already has his very first mech right here. His first recon. So already he's applying pressure, and recons are, of course, they're very decent against mechs as long as they catch them out in the open. However, if the mechs have any kind of defensive terrain, then the recons actually will not trade cost effectively at all. So as day 5 rolls in right here, we can see that the capture battle is unfolding right here. Kill Me First is probably going to chain another mech. So yeah, mechs are really only strong when they're guarded by other mechs. On its own, a mech falls very easily. But as long as you have your mechs together, and you can already see lots of mechs coming out right here. But once again, you can see the Last exploiting the mobility of the mechs right here using the recon. Of course, this is not going to interrupt the capture, but it will severely weaken the infantry. But you can see the Last is really spamming a lot of recons. He knows that recons is going to be his way to victory. Of course, when Kill Me First cannot build tanks, then recons become insanely good, because tanks is usually what shuts recons down in the early game. But with no tanks, the recons pretty much have free reign to move wherever they want. They can stay out of range. Of course, with every turn that passes, Kill Me First accrues more and more and more mechs. So we'll see what happens once the mechs reach a critical mass. You can see the last is moving his recons out, keeping them out of range of mechs. Of course, one thing that he also has to keep in mind is that once Kill Me First gets his power, the mechs get one move. So now he needs to stay one extra tile away from the mechs, and of course when Victory marches around the corner, that increases to +2. So, as the power builds up for both players, the last will have less and less room to maneuver around the mechs with his recons. But Kill Me First just spamming more and more and more and more mechs as the time goes on here. But similarly, the last is spamming more and more recons. And here he is actually attacking the comm tower and sacking one of his recons to get the comm tower. Now, the last is built an artillery here. Kill Me First can also build artillery, by the way. He's just not allowed to build tanks. So we'll probably see some artillery out of Kill Me First at some point. But right now, he needs to build mechs because he needs to counter the flood of recons that is washing over the map here. And you can see Sami mechs one-shotting that recon. So the last sacking a recon to delay the capping of the comm tower by a few turns seems a bit weird, but at the moment, Kill Me First looks to be in a really strong position. Like, this is really strong. But there's a very scary attack coming here with anti-air. Anti-air on Caustic Finale. You almost never see it. That is very rare. But against a Sami player, the anti-air is very important because it can one-shot. So now Kill Me First is adding on some artillery onto his composition. Both players pretty even in capture battle so far, and once you can see, like, the last moves in his recons, he's got so many recons. It's very hard for Sami to deal with this amount of recons. And now the last is exploiting a fatal flaw of mechs. Can you see what he's doing right now? The last is attacking the HQ area of Sami. Sami has a lot of mechs, but they're all the way on the other side of the map. Now, these mechs can slowly march their way over, but they're not going to arrive here for quite a while. And the last is now in full attack mode. He's built 2 tanks. He's going to hit Sami's HQ super hard. And now Kill Me First has to try and waddle his mechs over to assist the attack on his HQ. He's putting up a very good defense, though, with his infantry. Sami infantry still very scary. Even damaging the artillery a little bit to reduce its bite, which is important. Day 10 rolls in, and the last pops his side slip. And in comes the tanks. And the recons. Look at that. That mech is doing a very good job defending. But in comes the anti-air. Base locks Kill Me First. And now, Kill Me First is in a heap of trouble. Look how strong the side slip is right now. I love the black boat on the harbor to prevent the last from capturing it. That is amazing. That is so funny. But it's worth it. It's worth it. You want to keep that harbor. You really want to try and keep that harbor. But yeah, the last is pummeling Kill Me First HQ. Of course, Kill Me First has a power. Is he going to pop it? He might be saving up for a victory march. Kill Me First, though, is moving in with mechs on this side right here. And he's doing a pretty good job defending as well as he can. Of course, this base, he's not getting that base back. Damaging the tanks, which is nice to see. Building an APC, yes, he's opening, yeah, he has to build APCs now. He needs to get his infantry into position. It's the last turn, he continues his attack on the HQ. In comes the anti-air. Ooh, this is looking really bad. The base is now under capture by Kill Me First. But Kill Me First has banked up 12k, ladies and gentlemen. I think you know what this means. But man, look at this. The HQ is now under a lot of threat. And now, Kill Me First is warding away, or it's being warded away on most locations. I love the Black Boat once again. The Black Boat, just to prevent the harbor capture, is so good. It's actually a very good move in this situation, because you don't want the Sami player to capture this harbor and build a battleship. So day 11 rolls in, and Kill Me First is trying his damnedest to prevent the capturing of this base, but he's got 12 capture points left. So he's doing a good job so far, and now he's even threatening this area right here with this mechs. So there's the slow march of doom right now. And here it comes, ladies and gentlemen, the battleship. Always love to see the caustic finale battleship. A great way to defend an HQ rush. It's a very costly investment, 28k, but it's definitely worth it to ensure that the enemy don't take your HQ. I mean, if you're gonna lose, it's better to spend that 28k on the battleship. Of course, the last doesn't have that many artillery left, but he does have infantry to capture here. And now he's taking over both of the bases, so this is really bad for Kill Me First right now. I'm guessing he's probably going to put his artillery on the city to try and shoot on the battleship. Now he's putting it here on the plains, actually. So let's see how it goes. We are on day 12. The victory march is very close. I think Kill Me First might be able to get it this turn if he takes a couple of engagements. He might not want to pop it though, because he's used a lot of his infantry. He might want to save it for next turn, and yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. This 1 HP mech, by the way, yeah, it's going to get shot down. I would have probably kept that mech in the back, so you could have used it to capture the comm tower, because it's going to get shot down by the recon now. Day 13 rolls in for the last. He pops his second side slip. And now he's doing joint caps on the HQ, forcing that battleship to keep attacking, which is very smart. And eventually, he's gonna get it. The battleship alone cannot stop this. Kill Me First needs to stop this through other means. And the last using his, just using his vehicles to stall Sami right here. Sami just don't have the time to deal with these units. Of course, Victory March is coming up. And looks like Kill Me First is actually just going to forgo this comm tower. Even attacking the battleship. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are on day 13. And finally, Kill Me First gets his... It takes so long to build a victory march when you can't build tanks. He takes one city, he takes the comm tower. He kills another recon. Takes out the anti-air. Shoots on the infantry. And it's a strong victory march, ladies and gentlemen. But it probably is not going to be enough. And Kill Me First, yeah, he has to resign now. He has to resign now. Now, some of you guys may ask, like, okay, why did he resign? You know, like, wasn't that a really strong victory march? I mean, he has 23 properties to his opponent's 16. So why did Kill Me First have to resign here? Well, if you look at the state of the map right now, Kill Me First gonna keep join capping new infantries from this base into this. Kill Me First just used his powers, so now he's limited to mechs again. And while this battleship will keep shooting, it won't be able to do more than about 5 HP of damage every turn. Eventually, the last is gonna get the HQ before Kill Me First can arrive. The one thing that maybe Kill Me First could have done here, and I don't know if this could have worked, but there is maybe one thing he could have done. So instead of using, let's see. There's something I actually kind of want to see, because he used his victory march here. If this mech was here, he could have actually, yeah. This black boat may have been able to funnel. No, actually no, because there's no shores for it. I was thinking maybe he could use the black boat to transport an infantry over here to interrupt, but there are no shores here for the black boat to unload. So I really don't think there's anything, and there are anti-air here to ward away any infantry that move. Yeah, I don't think there's any way Kill Me First can interrupt this cap. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, in case you ever wondered how pro players counter mech spam, this is pretty much it. Now this is a mixed space map, so maybe mechs are worse on mixed space. There could be an argument for that, because of course the big problem with mechs is that if your opponent spams mechs, you just shift away. And you attack the position on the map where they don't have mechs. Because mechs can't be anywhere. You just outmaneuver them, basically. So this is why mechs are not considered very good in competitive Advanced Wars, because pro players know how to counter them. They just build fast units and they just move around. Now mechs can still be a wonderful addition to your army as support units if you're playing a match which doesn't have a lot of mobility, maybe on a smaller map. Mechs are a wonderful addition to your vehicles, but they are support units. You need to have them to back up your tanks and the rest of your vehicles. If you don't have tanks, then mechs fall apart pretty quickly. It's a bit of a weird match, but I thought it was an interesting demonstration of why mech spamming doesn't work on higher levels competitive Advanced Wars. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it a little bit. Thank you to The Last and Kill Me First for playing this match. It was very, very fun to watch. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!